Hello, this is Pam. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and today I have a quick little video to share with you. For one, I'm using a different camera, so I'm not real sure how long my battery's going to last on that. So that's why I got a little short video. But I posted this card on my Facebook page and on my blog, and the girls really liked it. So I thought I'd share a little video with you showing the stamp that I used is the Photopolymer stamp set called Bordering Blooms. I haven't really seen a whole lot of videos or people using them, but in the main catalog, Stampin' Up's annual catalog, it does show a similar card to this, and I totally love the blue and brown color combo. It doesn't matter if it's using this stamp set or any stamp set. I love the color combo. So this is stamped in the chocolate chip and the paper, and this is Pool Party. And there's other color combos too that I like, but I just chose this one here. So I'm going to show you the stamp set. I said this is the Photopolymer clear. These are the totally clear sets. Bordering Blooms, you get 3 or 4 different stamps. This one coordinates to fit inside of these, and then this one's pretty to color with, but I love this. And this is what they look like when you get them. They're in the same stamp case that all the other stamps come in. They're on a clear sheet, just like any other stamp sets come in, and then it has this sheet as well that you can put onto top of that, like keep the dust off. But if I have it in the case, I don't keep it on there. But we're going to use this stamp set today, or this border stamp today, and I do not have the jumbo long Stampin' Up! Block yet. All I have is this one. This is H, and it's obviously a little too short, so I'll just use one that I have here. But some of the books that Stampin' Up! Has, it shows them putting the clear stamps onto the block, you know, like that, and that's alright, I think, for smaller ones, but I'll show you what I do. Now mine's already needing cleaned off a little bit, but as you can see, it does stain a little bit. They turn a little bit of a pink color, but it absolutely does not affect the stamp at all. But I take it off of my sheet there, and I just lay them flat. I said it's needing clean. It's still sticky, but when they're new, they're extremely sticky. But I just lay it onto a piece of paper and kind of let it relax itself into its original position. And then I just take the stamp block and just press it down onto it. That way it's, I know it's straight, even though it may not be straight on my block. It's straight across here, so you don't get a curve. You know, you might put it on, you know, and get a slant. I just always lay them flat on a large clear stamp. Doesn't even have to be a border stamp. It could be just a larger image. Lay it face down and then put it on your block. And then for this card, I'm not going to assemble the absolute whole card for you. I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of the details on it. Now, I said this is stamped in the chocolate chip ink. It's not quite as dark as the early espresso. I like the chocolate chip. And what I did on this panel is I cut it down 3/8 of an inch. 3/8 of an inch, yes. Smaller than the actual card base. So I think it measures 3 7/8, I think, by 5 1/8. I think that's what that is. But to get the little variance of the border, so you're not just going stamp, 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 I take it onto one side and then I ink it and take it, just so it's a little bit different each time. So ink up your stamp there, and then start off at one end and stamp. See, isn't that pretty? And then ink it up again and move it over. And you can kind of line up them a little bit because some of these stick out a little bit farther. You can make them fit in there just right. And stamp that again. Pretty. And then one more time, you don't have to put it in the same spot, and move it around a little bit where you'd like. You can take the whole panel and stamp the whole piece if you like, but I like the way I did that one, just have the top plain, because I put the flowers up in there. So I only did a little over half of that. And you can see I got chocolate chip everywhere. And these stamps, these clear stamps, work clean up so well. All you really need is a baby wipe. I don't happen to have any, but baby wipes, the non-alcoholic ones, because I guess the ones with alcohol in it will dry out the photopolymer a little faster. But that works great. They clean up nice. Like I said, they may stain a little bit, but it absolutely does not hurt them at all. So that's the panel for the bottom. And then for some of these flowers here, the ones that are in the very vanilla, I had stamped a piece of the dictionary background stamp for another project that I used, and I did do the whole, this is the dictionary. I stamped the whole piece there, and I had extra, so I didn't use it all, but this is this background stamp. They're very large. As you can see, they're as bigger than a whole card front, so you could definitely use that as a whole one, but for today, all I did was use that piece. This is my little scrap piece that I have left. I stamped, or I punched some of those out with the Petite Petals punch. Probably see it better that way. One of my most used punches. And I just stamped that out. That's also done in the chocolate chip ink, the dictionary background stamp. And then I've also used some of the chocolate chip cardstock, and I used the large flower there is the pansy punch that I used there, and I layered it up 3 times. And then the smaller ones there is the same one. It's the Petite Petals. And let's see if I can get one in here. I like to use absolutely as much of my paper as possible. You can see that one's been used quite a lot. I still can get a little tiny one in there, so I won't throw it away. But there's, excuse me, there's the, those are the Petite Petals punches that I used. And then for the accents is, again, the Pool Party. And this flower is from the Itty Bitty Accents punch pack. It's the set of 3. It's got the heart, the star, and then this little flower. And they work great for layering on top of the Petite Petals. I've done that many times. But I want to show you how I stuck them together. A lot of people use the glue dots, which I can't get that one in there. I used to use the glue dots to attach these little ones, but they're almost too big. So, and plus I use a whole ton of them. So to kind of conserve my glue dots a little bit, I use the Tombow glue. I love that glue. The Tombow glue, my wrapper has fell off because this one's about empty, but it works. It adheres really fast. So some people think, oh, it takes a long time, you know, to set up. No, it doesn't. It's very tacky, and it won't ever come loose. So here again, I'm going to, if you've watched my videos before, smush up my flowers to make them more dimensional there. And then you can flatten them out and they'll still pop up. So to glue them together, I said, if you don't have the Tombow glue, you can most definitely use a glue dot. But I am going to use the glue, unless mine is empty. Whoop, there, it's way too much. Put just a little dot. into the center of the big one. That one's got a little bit too much. And then take your layering flower and put it on top. And then just take the end. This is my paper piercer. You could also use your the scoring tool that comes with the Stampin score. Can't think of what it's called. The scoreboard. Anything, just even a pencil eraser top. Anything to push that down and just hold it there for just a few seconds and it stays. I use that Tombow glue for almost holding all of my cardstock when I do layers and stuff. I love the Tombow glue. I even use it more than any of the sticky strip. So that works perfect. And then if you have flattened it out, well, you can just always push them up since you've already kind of creased it there. It already has the lines in it. Now when I put the flowers onto the card, I did use a glue dot. So each one of them on the bottom does have a glue dot, and then the large one has two to hold it on there. So that's how I made the flowers there, and then they have the little pearls on the inside centers, and I use different sized ones, kind of vary it up a little bit. Now the twine is the pull party, and they did retire that, and I have not seen it into the clearance rack yet. A lot of times they'll put the retired items in there, but that one hasn't come up yet. If it does, I'm going to buy some more because I totally love the pull party. I was bummed when they retired it, but you could use white. White probably wouldn't look too bad. Or you can take white and dye it a total solid pull party color. With your re-inker, that totally works too. Now the sentiment here, friends, is from the very cute Peace, Love, and Cupcake set. It's so cute. I love this. I stamped that in the Friends there in the chocolate chip. There's my stamp set. I keep them, I've shown that before, I keep them in there. I don't put the backing on it. They just stick right in there. And the chocolate chip, and then I use the large oval and then the scalloped oval punch to layer those up, and they both are on dimensionals for the sentiment and also the base layer card. This panel does also have dimensionals on it. But that's about it for the process of this card. Like I said, I got a lot of comments that people really like that color combo. And it's not only for fall. I mean, I know fall's coming up, and I'm kind of still hesitant on using fall colors because I don't want the cold weather to come. But this could be easily used for fall because of the browns. But I thought you might like to watch the video of it and see my layering of the flowers and the Photopolymer set. I really like that. It's becoming one of my favorites too. So thank you so much for watching, and if you would like to see more videos, you can visit my blog, wearestampers.blogspot.com. Bye!